Lakers news fan report, can you imagine Luka Doncic returning to the Dallas Mavericks? It seems like an unlikely scenario, especially after the trade that shocked the basketball world. The move that sent Doncic from the Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers. However, as time passes and the NBA landscape unfolds, it wouldn't be a surprise if that return became a reality. But what would actually lead Doncic back to Dallas? And more importantly, would it be a good decision for him and for the Mavericks? Let's explore what might be behind this speculation and what could happen if this twist occurs. First, it's important to remember the impact Luka had on the Dallas Mavericks before his trade to the Lakers. Since arriving in the NBA, Doncic quickly became the face of the franchise. He was a beacon of hope for Mavericks fans and the promise that the team could return to championship contention. So, when the news of his departure started circulating, many asked, why did this happen? The trade came after persistent rumors about the relationship between Luka and the Mavericks front office, particularly regarding issues like his work ethic and physical preparation. The franchise seemed dissatisfied with certain aspects of his behavior, which ultimately led to the decision to trade him. However, Luka is still one of the most talented players basketball has ever seen, and it would be no surprise if he were highly valued by any other franchise, especially the Lakers, who were seeking a young elite player to complement veterans like LeBron James. But as Luka starts adjusting to life with the Lakers, many are questioning whether the move was really the best for him. Despite all the glitz and glamour Los Angeles offers, with its big names and highly competitive market, the pressure to maintain such a high level of performance can be overwhelming. And more importantly, if Luka feels that he's not in the ideal environment to grow even further as a player, he might start reevaluating his situation. After all, the Mavericks weren't just a team for him. Dallas was his home, the place where his star first shone. So, what if Luka Doncic decided to return to Dallas? There are a few factors that could make this return a realistic possibility. Though unlikely. First, a significant move would be required from the franchise. The Mavericks, led by Mark Cuban, would need to show that they are willing to create a healthier and more professional environment for Doncic. This would include a real commitment to building a team around him, focusing not only on his skill, but also on his well-being and development as a player. It wouldn't just be about bringing Luka back. He would need to feel that the franchise is committed to his success and willing to make the necessary changes to ensure a victorious future. Additionally, Luka would have to be convinced that Dallas is the place where he can reach his full potential. The city has always embraced Doncic as its hero, but if the relationship with the front office and the support structure doesn't change, Luka's return could be complicated. Therefore, it would be essential for the team to also commit to changing their approach to physical preparation and work ethic. Two critical points that caused frustration in the past. Another factor that could influence his decision would be the performance of the Lakers. While the team has big stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the franchise's future might be in doubt, especially as LeBron ages and new dynamics come into play. If the Lakers failed to win a championship in the next few years, Luka might realize that his best chance for long-term success doesn't lie in Los Angeles, but in a return to his roots in Dallas. But what about the Mavericks? They would also have to be willing to make a bold move to bring Luka back. If the franchise realizes that trading Doncic was a mistake, rescuing their star could become a priority. To do so, the team would need to find a way to negotiate with the Lakers and offer a package that would be attractive enough to make the trade possible. This could involve adjustments to the roster, bringing in more experienced players to support Doncic, or even recruiting new stars who complement his playing style. Furthermore, the pressure from Mavericks fans could be a decisive factor. Dallas fans have always been passionate about Doncic, and losing him to the Lakers wasn't just a sports loss but an emotional one as well. If the Mavericks feel that their loyal fanbase misses their star, this could be a catalyst for an attempt to win Luka back and restore fan trust. Another point to consider is Luka's impact on other players in the NBA. Anthony Edwards, from the Minnesota Timberwolves, for example, has already expressed great admiration for Doncic, especially regarding his ability to deal with double teams. This kind of respect isn't one-sided. Doncic, with his unique ability to dominate opponents and his engaging style of play, has the power to attract more talent to Dallas. Luka's presence in the Mavericks could help the franchise recruit other players interested in joining him and forming a new dynasty. Luka's initial departure from the Mavericks raised many eyebrows. Known for his incredible talent and basketball IQ, he quickly became the centerpiece of Dallas's rebuilding efforts. However, the trade wasn't just about basketball skills. It also involved deeper issues within the organization. The question remains whether those problems could be solved if Luka returned. As Luka became the face of the Mavericks, the team's future seemed bright. His extraordinary ability to carry the team to victory and his status as a young superstar made Dallas the team to watch. When rumors surfaced that his relationship with the Mavericks had soured, it left fans wondering what went wrong and what would follow next in this unexpected saga. It's crucial to understand that Luka's relationship with the Mavericks was not without its complications. Some reports suggested that there were issues related to Luka's discipline and the team's expectations of his physical condition. Despite these concerns, it's undeniable that Luka is one of the best players in the league, and his move to the Lakers certainly shook up the NBA. After his trade to Los Angeles, Luka found himself under an even larger spotlight, playing alongside one of the greatest players in NBA history, LeBron James. While the move to the Lakers seemed like a match made in heaven, Luka may find that the pressures of such a high-profile team might not align with his personal and professional growth. The Lakers' competitive environment is intense, with immense expectations placed on every player. Luka, accustomed to leading his own team, might face difficulties adjusting to a team that already has well-established stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. If the Lakers struggle to reach their goals in the coming years, Luka may reconsider if this is the best place for his future. If Luka decided to return to the Mavericks, it would likely require a complete overhaul of the team's approach. A fresh start, a new attitude, and a clear commitment to building around Luka as the centerpiece would be essential. The Mavericks would have to show that they're willing to invest in the player's long-term development and ensure that the franchise is better equipped to support him. Luka's return to Dallas would require not just a change in leadership, but also a shift in how the team handles player development. Focusing on Luka's physical preparation and work ethic would be crucial to his success. The Mavericks would have to prove they are ready to meet the demands of a player of his caliber who deserves both support and recognition. Another factor to consider is the shifting dynamics of the Lakers as LeBron James ages. While the Lakers have an abundance of talent, they may struggle to maintain their championship contender status in the coming years. Luka might realize that his best path to future success lies not in the star-studded Lakers, but in a return to Dallas, where he could lead a team into a new era of dominance. The Mavericks would need to be proactive in bringing Luka back. If the organization acknowledges the mistake of trading their superstar, they would likely work hard to make things right. This could involve offering the Lakers an attractive trade package or strengthening the team around Luka to make him feel wanted and supported. The impact of Luka's return would not only affect the team, but also the fan base. Mavericks fans have always been deeply loyal to Luka, and his departure left a void in the hearts of many. If the Mavericks understand the emotional connection their fans have with Luka, it could become a driving force in their efforts to bring him back to Dallas. Luka's presence in Dallas would also have a ripple effect on the rest of the NBA. His skill set and leadership could attract other players who are eager to join a team led by such an exceptional talent. The Mavericks, with Luka at the helm, it could become a magnet for top-tier players looking to compete for championships. The unpredictability of basketball is a constant reminder that nothing is set in stone. A trade that once seemed definitive could turn out to be temporary. With players like Luka constantly reassessing their positions, the NBA is filled with surprises, and Luka's journey might take another unexpected turn in the future. If Luka does decide to return to Dallas, it wouldn't just be about rekindling old flames, it would be about starting a new chapter for both him and the Mavericks. The franchise would have the opportunity to rebuild with Luka as the cornerstone, and together, they could aim for a new dynasty that reestablishes Dallas as a force in the NBA. Luka's decision to return to Dallas could also be influenced by the emergence of new leadership within the Mavericks organization. If the front office changes, perhaps with a new coach or a fresh perspective, it could give Luka confidence that the team is headed in the right direction. A fresh approach may be just what both the player and the team need to reignite their relationship. The Mavericks ownership, led by Mark Cuban, could play a crucial role in Luka's potential return. Cuban has always been a passionate and supportive owner, but if he wants to bring Luka back, he must take a more active role in addressing the issues that led to Luka's departure in the first place. It could be a true test of Cuban's commitment to winning championships. Luka Doncic has shown that he is more than just a player. He's a leader, a face of the franchise, and a source of inspiration for fans. If the Mavericks can recognize the unique qualities that make Luka such a special player and show him that they are willing to invest in his success, there's a chance that he could find his way back to Dallas, where he first achieved greatness. One of the key reasons Luka became such a beloved figure in Dallas was his connection with the city and its people. He was not just a player. He was a part of the community. If Luka decides to return, it would be a reunion, not just with the team, but with the fans who have supported him from the start. This emotional connection could play a huge role in his decision-making process. A potential return to Dallas could also be an opportunity for Luka to take control of his own narrative once again. While the Lakers' superstar status might overshadow his individual growth, returning to a team where he's the focal point could help him develop into the player he wants to be, free from the pressures that come with being a part of a big-market team like Los Angeles. If the Mavericks can solidify their roster with the right mix of experienced players and young talent, Luka could see the opportunity to form a true dynasty. With the right pieces around him, Luka could build a winning culture that allows Dallas to contend for championships year after year, something he may not be able to do if he stays with the Lakers long term. That it's important to note that the NBA is a constantly evolving league. New players rise to stardom, and team dynamics change regularly. If Luka's situation with the Lakers takes a turn for the worse, his desire to move back to Dallas could be a reflection of the changing landscape of the league. What seemed like a stable situation could quickly become less appealing, forcing Luka to reconsider his options. Finally, it's important to understand that basketball is an unpredictable sport, and things can change quickly. What seemed like a definitive trade could turn out to be just a temporary chapter in Luka Doncic's story. While the prospect of a return to Dallas might seem distant now, the fact is that things can often take an unexpected turn. If Luka Doncic decides to return to the Mavericks, he wouldn't just be returning to a franchise that launched him into stardom. He would be returning to a place that embraced him as an icon, with a new chance to create a dynasty in Dallas. However, the real question is, are the Mavericks ready to make the changes necessary to ensure that his return is successful? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to follow the Lakers News Fan Report channel to stay updated on everything happening in the NBA and keep track of Luka Doncic's journey and the latest basketball news.